Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So today I have a pretty special game for you guys, and it's one that I'm gonna re-go over in a recording just because it was truly this special. So it's not often where I get a game where my opponent plays so well that I actually felt like I couldn't do I couldn't do anything. I couldn't keep up. And it was in a very even Civ matchup as well. It was my opponent Dalt playing as the Celts and myself playing as the Slavs, but we'll get into that a little bit later. I did play this game on stream, so some of you guys might already have seen it, but my stream commentary was not that good because I was kind of in awe at what my opponent was doing and kind of frustrated that things were going my way, and it all fell apart very quickly, and so I was just more or less shocked and surprised more than actually commentating the game. So I felt like I wanted to take the time to review it, see what went wrong, see what my opponent did right, which is Doubt, and let's just learn from it together. So me, you guys, and props to Doubt for the amazing gameplay. This is like one of the best games I've ever seen. One of the best executed games from him or from anyone that I've ever seen. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let's hop right into it. So we're gonna it's gonna be it's a more or less short game, and you'll see why. But we'll fast forward the Dark Age to start. And my opponent here, obviously Doubt's playing as the Celts. And Celts and Slavs, I'd call it kind of an even matchup. I do think Celts have the better early game with the fast-moving men-at-arms, but Slavs in the mid-game, the farm bonus kicks in. They have bloodlines on their cavalry, so if the game transitions into cavalry, I have the advantage of bloodlines. My opponent doesn't have it with Celts. And so I felt like it was a fine matchup. All I have to do is survive the early game. Should be decent enough. I've played tons of games like this, but Doubt had different ideas in mind. So Doubt wanted to put a lot of pressure with the early game, take advantage of the Celts' stronger early game, both with the faster men at arms or faster infantry, and with the good wood eco bonus. So it starts from the Dark Age. He gets a really nice scout in, scouts rather quickly, and doesn't waste any time luring deer. Instead, he's gonna go ahead and scout me. Because he wants to know exactly where his opponent is, which is me, and where he can start putting this early pressure, because it's going to be very early pressure. We're going to see. Sorry about that. I hit my hit my desk a little bit. So we're going to see exactly how he does the forward pressure, or the fast pressure. He's going to go with a barracks before he makes his mill. So we'll take a look at that in a second. Meanwhile, he's scouting. Now, as far as what I'm going to go for, I'm going to go with something standard. You can see me even getting a bit greedy, luring in a deer. I was thinking I can go for a scout opening. I could also do some men-at-arms. I wasn't really too sure. Saved that guy from hitting that sheep. So I was more or less just chilling, not paying too much attention to this early game, and not preparing to the possibilities, and most importantly, not scouting. Take a look here. I'm still missing 2 sheep that I'm looking for, and I spent time luring a deer. So it's actually quite a long time it takes me to scout my opponent, and Doubt actually gonna take those 2 sheep away. He's gonna be pretty happy with that. And again, that's my fault because I took the time to lure a deer instead of scout. All right, so he's gonna have his barracks down, and I get pretty unlucky here. I don't think I see the barracks. Yeah, I was off by a couple tiles, so it's a little bit unlucky. But these things happen. These things happen. And so Doubt's gonna start queuing up the militia. And again, that's before he starts his mill. So this is actually a very fast rush from him, and it might catch me off guard. We'll wait and see. Let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit while not much is currently happening. Although, actually, I should point out that he did find my woodline, and he's probably going to loop around and try to find my berries as well, just so he can see where he can hit. No, he decides to just stick with the woodline. So he found his target. He wants to go hit my woodline, and as you can see, it's quite a long way from the wood to the TC. So if I don't defend my villagers either by walling them in or by having my own militia, which I don't have because it's really early rush, I can run into some problems. Furthermore, I still don't have loom, so we'll see if I get loom by the time the militia come in, or not. So at this point, I'm pretty set in my strategy to go for men-at-arms. I'll go for barracks, obviously way later than his. He went for a rush, Dark Age rush, and I'm gonna go for men-at-arms in Feudal Age. However, I see some guy in the chat typing commands. That's really random. What's up, dude? Now all of YouTube will see you. Yeah. However, my strategy is later, so I don't actually have any defense for now. And Doubt's coming in. Doubt has his militia, and he's going to be going in with his scout, and I have no loom. No loom on my villagers. He gets a really nice engagement here. Kills one of them. My loom just comes in there, but already 1 down, and Celt's infantry moves faster, so I have no chance of saving the other villager. And just like that, I'm 2 vills down. Why? Let's recap. He scouted early. He knew his strategy from the start. He went from early barracks to early drush me, and meanwhile, I lured a deer. I didn't scout my opponent properly, and I didn't exactly have the best strategy in mind versus Celts. I didn't anticipate that I might need some early defense and walled up my wood. So I was sleeping on it, and Doubt was putting his foot on the gas, not giving me any time. Now I get a little bit lucky. He doesn't find these. I run them to the side. But he's pretty happy with this, alright? And then back at home, he's got a couple options. He can either full wall his base and go for a fast castle, but that's not exactly how Doubt wanted to play it. Doubt wanted to play it very aggressive and take advantage of the strong Celt early game. So let's see how he's going to follow it up here. And he's, instead of the fast castle, he's going to go for the second option, which is to go for a faster feudal age and put on some more pressure. Remember, he did steal an extra 2 sheep, so his economy is looking very healthy at home now. And he's going to go up as fast as possible. So now I'm playing, I'm playing more or less decent. I started to take precautions. I'm walling up my map, so not giving him any more freebies, right? And I'm gonna be going with my strategy, which is men at arms. In my mind, at this point, I took tons of damage. I lost 2 villagers very early, so I wanted to counterattack. And I figured, I have the men at arms potentially, and my attack can potentially get more than 2 villagers even, or at the very least 2 villagers. Not at the very least, but at a decent rush, I could get 2 villagers back. So I wanted to group them up and get the surprise factor on Doubt, because he actually didn't scout the fact that I'm going for men at arms. He doesn't really know that I'm going for that. Nothing's really apparent at the moment. So maybe that's a slight mistake on his part, but we'll see what happens with my men at arms here in a second. So I'm looking to go in. I have 2 targets, and I'm playing decently well at this point. I know I can hit the wood, and I know I can hit the gold. So I start with the wood. I find a villager. He actually sneaks away, and believe it or not, Doubt outplays me with the micro. So he's gonna go with a gate here and actually run the villager away. And well, it just so happens that the TC is within range. So while I'm trying to hit the gold villagers, his TC is killing absolutely everything. Men-at-arm tech comes in, but he runs the weak build back. He now defends with his 3 militia, and he is losing absolutely no villagers. So not only did I lose 2 villagers, I sent the counterattack out. That's basically my entire strategy, and I got very little compensation out of it. I only cost him idle time, which Doubt reacted to very well. And now he's got the 3 militia at home, 3 militia at his base, 3 militia at my base. And he's going to look to follow it up with a men-at-arm rush, okay? And so, okay, naturally I have to go with my range now, because I lost the infantry battle. I need an answer to men-at-arms. And I did see that he had actually 6 on the map, so I was quite scared. And again, getting a little caught up in the quick wall, I once again forget to wall in my wood line, and I have deleted the walls earlier because I want to make space for more villagers. And again, that's my only wood line, and it's very far from my town center. So the game continues as normal. I send an archer to clear the men-at-arms. My micro's fine. I don't get caught out, at least for now. I run back to the TC, but Doubt brilliantly attacks with the second set of men-at-arms. And look at this. I have to pause. Actually, I can't quite capture all of what's happening without pausing. He's attacking me on one side with the wood line. On the other side, he's actually taking out the archer because now my attention is split. Meanwhile, I'm sending vills to the gold, which ends up in a disaster as well. Let's play it and see what happens. So I'm losing the archer now, which is my only defense. Then I'm going to lose a villager here, or at least threaten to lose a villager. Nope, she goes down. And then I'm losing another villager here because I sent it out here. Now my archer is getting too close to him. I got to run that back while quick walling. So I'm playing okay now. I'm trying my best to survive. But the pressure from that was so strong that I literally could not keep up. I tried to maybe add some men-at-arms. Again, I fumble the archer. At this point, I'm desperately trying to keep the archer alive, so I'm forced to fight with villagers. Meanwhile, he's trying to break in on this side. And I lose another archer, losing my men-at-arms on the front. And at this point, I lost a villager even that I sent to the wood. At this point, I got frustrated, deleted my town center, and called the GG. And Doubt's response to GG, it just wasn't on the recording. But man, what an absolute brilliancy from Doubt. Even follows up with the range with skirmishers to counter my inevitable archer switch. This was so well played on tons of levels. So if we recap exactly what happened, he went with the early rush due to his superior scouting, punished my bad map by trapping 2 villagers, and I hadn't quick walled them because A, I didn't scout and I didn't anticipate it. Then he followed up with a brilliant defense at home with the quick gates, the quick micro, followed up with another counterattack, or one attack on the front and a side attack to hit my woodline once again, hits another 2 villagers, and then proceeds to kill the archers that I bring out as my last hope to defend against the infantry. I've never gotten outplayed this much in under 15 minutes, and this was one of the best games I've ever seen from my opponent. So I don't know. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's not always I post losses that I go into this much detail, but this one I felt like was really special. So I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys learned something from this. The big takeaways is how important scouting is, how important constant pressure is, and on my side, how important anticipating your opponent or your opponent's strategy and planning accordingly is. So Dalt in this case played the civilization matchup perfectly. He scouted the map perfectly, or what he wanted to do, and he executed it perfectly, even getting the defense on point. That's going to be it for this video, guys. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and drop a comment below as well. It definitely helps out. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, and bye for now.